Okay, I'm about to give you the definition of untrustworthy and inconsistent. Definition of it. So let's talk about the Canon and the hardcore definition of untrustworthy and inconsistent. Okay, well, Canon releases specs. While the Nikon Z is a horrible camera, this makes the Nikon look like gold by comparison. Both the Z7 and Z6 and this new Canon EOS R are miserable. But the Canon's even much worse. When they actually released the specs, a lot of the people that are the Canon fanboys said, yeah, the specs don't look too good on this camera, but I hear it might be, somewhere in the range of $1,500–1,600, which I knew was impossible. A full-frame mirrorless camera, much less a new one like that. It's impossible. I said, well, okay, well, if it is, then that would be, pretty amazing, but I knew that wasn't going to be the case. So it's $2,300. Now let's talk about, and before we get onto the horrible specs, did you notice that the dial, this is the dumbest thing I've actually seen on a camera in a really long time. This large dial on the most important real estate on a camera, on the top left here of the new Canon EOS R, it's just an on-off switch. Canon took the most valuable real estate on any camera, and they made a huge knob, and all it does is turn the camera off and on. Now, this is the definition, and this is surprising. It even blew my mind. Another YouTube photography folks, I don't know who it was, kind of reminds me of Regis and Kathy Lee. They rightfully so attacked the Nikon Z6 and Z7 for being, rather miserable, and the Nikon Z7 and Z6 are miserable. I even tested hands-on the Nikon Z7. Not worth buying. It's a miserable camera. But this camera, which is undeniably worse, since they're going to be giving away a free one, let me give you an exact quote. Canon flew us all the way to Hawaii. It must be nice. I've been there once to test this new EOS R. So let me get this straight. And there's no negative thing, several positive things said about this horrible camera that Canon released, because every 3 years Canon releases a 3-year-old camera. This camera, by any logical estimation, is horrible. Even hands-on testing is confirming that. There are 4 sources showing hands-on that it's a miserable camera. So let me get this straight. The Nikon Z, you rightfully so attacked for being miserable, which it is. But this camera, which is way worse, you said you praised it a few times. You didn't say anything negative about it, and your exact words were, let me get this straight. Let me give you the exact quote for you. Canon flew us to Hawaii. Aloha hoy. Yeah. So you didn't say anything negative about this camera because the camera company flew you to Hawaii. Yay, that's what we call horribly inconsistent. That's the definition of inconsistency and unreliability. When Canon released the specs here a few hours ago on this camera, it's even worse than I thought. It's only got 1 card slot, -6 EV, is only with f1.2 lenses. It has no joystick, has low battery life. It's using an old sensor. It's not even a BSI sensor. It's only got 5 frames per second. It's got 1.7 crop, and for 4K video, it's 1.7 crop mode in 4K video. Wow. That's bad. The most important real estate on this camera, amazingly, I nearly shat myself when I saw that. It's just an on-off switch. No weather sealing, no thumb rest, no S-Log, no slow-mo video, 120p full HD, no 10-bit, low-res EVF. Yeah, now the Nikon Z is bad enough, but it looks like gold compared to this miserable Canon camera. Yeah, and it's $2,300. Let me give you that exact quote for you again. Say, Canon flew us out that we're going to give away a free camera, free one of these. Well, that's wonderful. Someone gets a free new Canon EOS R. So you attack the Nikon, rightfully so, but you praise a few things about this horrible camera, and then then you say, exact quote, Canon flew us out to Hawaii. Oh my god! Oh my god! So this horrible camera, you got nothing bad to say about it, you know, while you're in Hawaii, which, yeah, okay. If some of you are not intelligent enough, you don't have two brain cells to rub together to see the definition of unreliable and inconsistent, then God help you. Mic drop. Aloha!